Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my kitchen today for another weekly kitchen meal prep as a type 1 diabetic. So if you're new to my channel, hello, my name's Olivia and I've been a type 1 diabetic for over 20 years. And in that 20 years, I've done my best to make living with diabetes more enjoyable and more sustainable long term. So being said, I started creating content here on YouTube to help other diabetics do the same. So whether you're a type 1, type 2, gestational, whatever you are, I'm happy you're here, so welcome. And if you do not know, I'm expecting my third baby. So right now, meal prep is huge for me because just in this chaos of life right now, having 2 toddlers already, I need to have meals that are ready to go for me that fit my dietary needs. So being said, today I'm gonna meal prep with you guys my Marry Me chicken pasta bakes that are higher protein, lower carb, and absolutely delicious and filling. I'm also preparing French toast sausage, egg, and cheese sliders that are delicious and low carb. And lastly, I'm preparing with you guys today my pina colada fluff bowls. So welcome. And if you haven't already, give this video a big thumbs up. It helps me and my channel push out to more people. And thank you for doing so. And I hope you guys enjoy all the recipes today. So first up today, we are preparing my Marry Me chicken pasta bowls that you bake in the oven. So basically you put all these ingredients into the bowl, put it into your baking dish, and then bake it in your oven for about 30 to 40 minutes until everything's all cooked through. So to get started, what we're gonna add to this bowl, by the way, this meal is about 400 calories per serving. Today we're making 4 portions. If you look at my description box, I will put the instructions of how to make it and the recipe, but that will only be 1 serving, so you know. So to get started, I am going to measure out 2 cups of chicken broth in my handy measuring cup, like so. And then I'm going to measure up 1 cup of Alfredo sauce. And if you are new to my channel, I am a very big advocate for eyeballing, so I'm going to eyeball the Alfredo sauce. I think that is about 1 cup. And then I'm going to put a splash of just regular old pasta sauce in there, just to add that nice tomato flavor. And next I'm going to season this mixture. So I'm going to season it generously with some Italian seasoning, with some salt, pepper, and with some garlic powder. Just like so. Okay, stir that on up. Perfect. Forgot the salt. There we go. And there we go. So that's all stirred. You just want to mix the liquid so everything is kind of equally incorporated, just like so. And then the noodles I'm using today are egg noodles. However, you can use whatever noodles you'd like. You can use whole grain, regular old penne noodles, whatever sparks your fancy. And I'm going to be using 2 cups. And I'm going to measure that out. And you're putting this in there dry. So, just like so. Okay, you're also going to want to put in a generous amount of sun-dried tomatoes. These are just purchased from Walmart. I like the brand a lot. Okay. Oh goodness, I'm falling apart today, guys. And then I'm also going to put some Parmesan in there. And like I said, this is just me going off feeling. I will put the actual measurements in the description box, but I'm pregnant, so I go by how I feel. And then next, I'm going to add in some spinach. So this spinach I did cook off on the stove. You can put it in there raw if that's easier for you, but I feel like it's less wittery when you cook on the stove yourself versus leaving it for the oven. And then lastly, you can't have Marry Me chicken without the chicken, of course. So I have about a breast and a half of chicken right here that I'm going to cube up and throw into the bowl as well and stir that all in. This is chicken I cooked yesterday, so you can obviously use whatever chicken you have on hand. If you want to pick up a rotisserie chicken, if that's easier for you, whatever you want to do. So basically, you take this, you cover it with foil, throw it in the oven for about 40 minutes, and that is about a 375-degree oven. And then when it's all done, the pasta will be cooked through, everything will be warm and heated through, and you are good to go, whether you want to eat it right then and there as a family dinner. But for me, I'm going to portion it out so that way I have some lunches and last minute dinners for my week. Just like so. There we go. Okay, so now I'm just going to take my spoon, stir this all up. It looks scrumptious, and I'm very excited for it. Oop, lost a noodle. There we go. So, as I told you, I'm just going to take that and I'm going to dump it right into my pan. So now all I have to do right here is cover this with foil and throw it in my oven for about 40 minutes. So I will see you guys in 40 minutes. It's been about 40 minutes now, and I just took my Marry Me chicken bake out of the oven. Beware, it's going to be a lot of steam. There we go. This looks so darn good. So to finish it up, I'm going to let this chill for a little bit so that way it gets a little less hot, and I'm going to portion it out into 4 meal prep containers, and I'm going to top it with more shredded Parmesan and maybe a little mozzarella, make it extra cheesy. But that is the winning product right there. It looks delicious. As mentioned before, you could easily make this just for dinner in this container, serve it up just like this. I am specifically just using it for meal prep, so that way I am set for the week. So enjoy. Now we are on to breakfast. So I'm doing things a little bit in reverse today, and what I'm making today is sausage, egg, and cheese French toast sliders. So the star of this meal is actually hot dog buns, believe it or not, because these make great slider buns if you are looking for a low-carb, diabetic-friendly alternative. This is by the 647 brand. There's only 14 net carbs per bun, and they are just as delicious as regular old hot dog buns. So what I'm going to do is make my traditional French toast batter, so cream, eggs, cinnamon, and I'm going to dunk this and I'm going to fry it on my stovetop to make a hot dog French toast, and then stuff it with the sausage, egg, and cheese, and then I will have breakfast for the week. So I will show you exactly how I do that. If you're curious in making this with calories included, it is 290 calories per serving. So each serving comes with 2 little sliders. I am making 4 portions for myself today. So let's get started and get right into it. So to get started, I'm going to first make my French toast batter. And I'm going to do so by cracking 2 whole eggs into my bowl. A nice generous splash of cream. You can use milk if you prefer. And then a nice generous amount of cinnamon. And you're just going to stir it up. And I know that traditional French toast bakes do have like sugar in them, but being that I'm diabetic, trying to do diabetic safe alternatives, I'm leaving the sugar out of mine. So here we have the easy little liquid right here, and I'm just going to, I'll show you guys, I'll film it, but I'm going to take the hot dog buns, dunk them, fry them, and they'll be good to go. So as a side note, I already made my eggs and I already made the sausage. I just air fried the sausage and then I pan cooked my eggs. So that is ready to go. So now it's time to make my French toast bake. So I'm gonna take the hot dog buns out right here and rip them. So there's only one, and I'm just gonna open it. So just like that. And I'm gonna press it down so that way it's more bread-like. And obviously with this recipe, if you prefer, you can just use regular old bread. But since I'm making sliders, I thought the hot dog buns would be absolutely perfect. Move that out of the way. You guys are seeing all the mess, but I doubt you guys are judging. You all know how it is. So I have my buns right here, and I'm gonna take it, I'm gonna dunk it into my liquid, let it soak for a second, flip it over, and then let it drip for a second, just like so. And I'm going to, I'll show you, throw it into my pan just like that. And I'm gonna end up doing this 3 more times, so I'm gonna make 4 of these. Sorry, my gosh, falling apart. Okay, here we go. So I'm gonna do this 4 times in total, because each bun is 1 serving. And then once these are all done, I'll be able to put my sausage, egg, and cheese ingredients in there and make the sliders and show you that. I'm now ready to assemble my French toast sliders. So you guys know this is what the hot dog buns ended up looking like. And I know you obviously cannot smell through YouTube, but it smells fantastic. So all you're gonna do is take your bun and just cut it lengthwise. And then you're going to cut it 1 time. So that way you have 2 sliders. Next, I have my eggs. All I did was I have one of those round egg molds that I used to make this. I'm going to cut one egg in half, and I'm going to put that on top. Next, I have Jimmy Dean turkey sausage patties. I'm going to put one on top of that. But as I had mentioned in the beginning, you can obviously use bacon, Scrabble, ham, whatever you like. And then the last thing is I'm going to take a slice of cheese. I'm going to rip it in half, and I'm going to put that right on top. So for this recipe, I use the Velveeta slices. I love them because I feel like they melt beautifully, and there's only 35 calories per slice, so that's winning. So this is what the sliders look like. And you have the perfect balance of sweet and salty with that sandwich. And then there you have it. So all I have to do with this now is do this 4 more times, and I have breakfast. And also, if you have little kids and you need some ideas, this is something that kids would love too. I feel like all kids just love French toast, so I would imagine they would love a French toast sandwich. And I actually had seen this idea on TikTok, and it was just so unique to me because I never would have thought of putting hot dog buns as my bread source. But it makes a lot of sense when you think about it in terms of sliders. But obviously, like I had said, I know 647 is one of my favorite diabetic friendly brands. They have a ton of different bread varieties that are diabetic friendly and low carb. So I know they have Kaiser rolls, hoagie rolls, bread, rye bread, like pretty much any bread you can possibly get. So I would definitely recommend checking them out. But I know Sara Lee has some options and, you know, things like that. But regardless, I am on my last one now, almost done. And the prep for this is definitely the hardest part because you're making the egg, you're making the sausage, and then obviously the egg battered bread. But once it's all done, it's very easy, very delicious, and super simple. So when the time comes during the week and I'm ready to enjoy this, I'll just pop one of these puppies into my microwave for about a minute and I will be good to go for breakfast. Enjoy. So we saved the best for last. Now we are making dessert, and I am making my pina colada bowls. Don't worry, there's no alcohol in these, despite that probably would make it so much better if there was alcohol. But regardless, I digress. To get started on these, I'm going to take up 5 ounces of yogurt, vanilla yogurt. I'm just using the light vanilla yogurt by Great Value. I am making 12 servings, not 12, I'm so sorry, 8 servings of this dessert. And they were 170 calories. I'm so sorry, I'm so scattered today. So I put my 5 ounces of yogurt in there. And next I'm going to put a whole container of the sugar-free Cool Whip. And if you are new to my channel, Cool Whip, sugar-free Cool Whip is delicious, and it's probably one of my most favorite diabetic-friendly dessert options. And then next, I'm going to put a cup of crushed pineapple in here. This is just also the Great Value brand. And it's going to do a good job of giving it that nice pina colada flavor. And then lastly, for the mixture itself, I'm going to throw 1 packet of the sugar-free cheesecake Jell-O mix. As you can see right here, this is another one of my tried and true favorite diabetic-friendly products. And a little top tip, if you're looking for a healthier, low-calorie, low-sugar dessert option, if you mix any flavor yogurt with Cool Whip and the Jell-O mix, it creates a delicious, almost ice cream-like consistency. And I actually know people who freeze the mixture they make, the fluff, and it creates a very similar texture to ice cream. Maybe not, you know, I wouldn't call it a dupe, but it's good, it's different. So I'm stirring this all up, and the Jell-O mixture will help stiffen this up a little bit, just like so. Okay, so I have 4 bowls here, so I'm going to do 4 now, and then later I'll do the other 4. But I wanted to show you guys how I assemble these, so I'm going to do 4 right now with you. I'm going to put a nice, generous handful of crushed breadcrumbs at the bottom. These are breadcrumbs that I just put into the Ziploc bag and crushed myself. There we go. Next, I'm going to put a nice scoop of my pina colada mix on top. Yum. I love pina coladas. I obviously cannot enjoy them right now, but this will definitely fit a craving that I am very excited for. There we go. And then the last ingredient, you can top this with whatever you'd like. White chocolate chips would be delicious, anything like that. But I toasted some coconut in my oven. So I'm going to put a nice toss of toasted coconut right on top. So that way you have the pineapple, coconut, pina colada flavor. So I highly recommend to do the coconut. And I believe you can buy coconut already toasted for you, but I just toasted myself to make things a little more affordable. So here you have my cute little pina colada bowls. Thank you for sticking to the end of my video today of my weekly meal prep video. I hope that you guys got some great inspiration and great ideas from the recipes I made today. Please, once again, give this video a big thumbs up, send it to a friend you know who maybe is looking to cut back on calories or maybe just find more delicious diabetic friendly meals. Regardless, thank you guys so much, and I hope you guys have a beautiful, beautiful week, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.